Welcome back. So our next guest, our person of interest on TBC this morning, is going to make you get off your chair and do some grooving because she clearly knows how to. We are talking about a person who's aced sari, sneakers and hula hoop, just like that on your screen over there. Who are we talking about? We are talking about Eshna Kutty. Now, she's been an internet sensation for quite a while, but off late, she had a performance at in Paris at the Indo-Western dance competition over there, and voila, it's the internet is all over raving about how exactly does she do it.
Absolutely nothing stops her. She hula hoops, as Sonal just said, in a sari initially. She hula hoops while playing the guitar. She hula hoops while doing a number of different things. We thought we'd bring her on the show today to talk a little bit more about her. Let's say good morning right here on TVC. From us to you, good morning. This is the hula hooping queen, Eshna. Eshna, your hula hooping Indo-Western dance in particular has once again taken the internet by storm. Your name is something we've heard again and again over the last few years. But as Sonal was just saying, recently again it's in the news. Tell us the story to what led you here.
I think I finally found my my mojo in a way that something that makes me feel even more connected to the hula hoop, which is adding a little bit of tradition to it, a little bit of my culture into it, because the hula hooping is such a Western toy, but I do deeply love it as well. And so, I think over the last, even though I've been doing this for about 14, 15 years now, it's only been in the last 4 years that I've gotten to have this identity that's so much more than the art form itself, so much more than me. It's kind of created a whole movement of its own, with the sari flow coming through and thousands of women jumping on board to hula hoop in the sari, or even do other art forms in the sari, do yoga in the sari, and then that leading me to be called to perform in places outside of India as well, like the Paris performance that you just asked about, where I got to do a fun Black Eyes Free number, but using hip hop and a little bit of mixed classical movements, mudras, I guess.
Yeah. So Aisha, I remember speaking to you when you had first sort of broken the internet, as they say. It was the Genda Fool number that you did and you called it Sari Flow. That was the first time the hashtag was actually used. From then to now, are there points in your career where you feel like it's really blown up? I remember you talking about how it was so central to the Indian identity, the sari, and yet such a Western dance form. The marriage was really beautiful. But tell me now, so many years on, is there a standout moment that really comes to mind?
I think from this year itself, I performed at Lollapalooza, India with Anushka Shankar. I got to share a stage with her, and many people know that I deeply admire her as a human being, as an artist, as everything. And to be able to not just perform, but also like the weeks we spent before the performance, just interacting, and the whole process towards that led to the performance as well was just incredible. And I think that's been a huge milestone. And it happened in Jan 2024, so it's still very fresh.
Eshna, can we ask you if you got to be in a music video of a song where the art form that you've created that is so unique, this amalgamation, if that art form was shown, what is the song you would choose almost as the soundtrack?
I think I was just listening to Coldplay before our call, so I would say Coldplay because their music is so happy. I can go on though. There are too many artists that I love.
So, Aisha, tell us, do you think this art form, hula hooping, needs to expand further in India? Do you think it has enough base, enough people doing it just yet?
I mean, there's no should thing that, oh, you have to hula hoop, but I think it is definitely on the niche side. It is but I think it's also because it's a very new nascent art form to the world. I think you asked me a question previously of what's something about hula hooping that people don't know, and the first thing I would say is that it's existed for too long. There are cave paintings of hooping. It's existed in the Roman Empire. It's a Native American art form. It has way too much cultural relevance in many different centuries. But I think how we all see it is that little plastic toy that Whammo built, and so even though it's existed for so many centuries, it's only in the 90s that it became so popular worldwide. And 90s for an art form to kind of bloom is too new. So we're literally in the 20th year, 20th or 30th year. I keep forgetting that I'm a millennial, but yeah. So I think it's going to take its time, but it is growing, and there are like already like our mailing list has 12,000 hookers, which I think is a huge number. But of course, in comparison to our population, not so much. But it is growing at a very fast pace.
Krishna, we love to ask this question of anyone who comes on to TBC as our person of interest. What's your morning routine? And do you have a breakfast mantra, something you have to get inside you?
My morning mantra. I like to wake up early. I like to go out on the road to longboard, which is like skateboarding, but you can do it on the road. So I do about an hour or so of that. And then I come back, I go for my workout, and then I have my breakfast, really slow down. I journal for some time. And then I start my work from, I think, 11 a.m. or so, aram se. But yeah, and I have a healthy, solid, heavy meal. I'm a vegetarian, so it's like loaded with a lot of veggies and stuff. And a lot of coffee as well, sadly. I'm trying to cut down the amount of caffeine I take.
All right, Aishna, as we say goodbye to you, and I love how you said Aram se you start your day. Is there another message that you have for our TBC, viewers right here before you go?
I think with hooping, like one of the things that I didn't mention with, why it's not popular, why is it, I think one of the biggest, like I think I'd like to just share that there's just the accessibility to it is a little challenging because people, even when they want to learn hooping, they don't know where to go. How do you pick this up and how do you go beyond waist hooping? So maybe something around that.
All right then, thank you so much for joining us and good luck with everything that you're doing and hooping away over there.